Sal, is that you again?
It is me again. Is that you, Mario?
What's up, dude? So if you watched our last recording, I told you we weren't effing around about holding up to our word. Yes, we are back. Today is Friday, June 20th. I don't know if that's the right date. No, June 19th. I tried. Okay, it didn't work. Yes, it's the same day, same night, whatever the hell you want to call it. But we are back, and so is hashtag MLS is back. Sal, myself, and Just are also fans of the MLS. I would probably say Sal is the biggest. I will be second in fandom, and Just is, I would say, newly acquainted or somewhat acquainted. But no shots thrown to anybody. We just love the sport. And so me and Justin finally have a team. Season was going great. 2 games in. And hey, thank you, Sal. You see? Sal supporting the team, baby. Yeah, I haven't been able to afford one during this COVID crisis. That's my excuse. But yes, like I was saying, 2 games in, and MLS said, you know what? Miami's about to have a home game. Nah, get out of there, bro. But no, they basically just shut down the whole league. And finally, the board and the Players Association came up with this idea to go to Orlando and set up a tournament where the winner takes all. Sal, would you count this as a season like champion, or would you consider it more like a tournament champion?
It's a separate champion. So I'm going to give them, they're going to be the only champion to hold this. So whoever wins this trophy is basically going to be the only MLS is back champion in existence, or as I'm calling it, the Disney World Cup champion.
I like that. What is it called? Disney Worldwide? Or is it Disney Wide World of Sports?
It's ESPN's Worldwide of Sports. So it's
weirdest.
Because Disney owns ESPN.
Yeah.
So it's happening inside the ESPN Wild World of Sports complex, which is literally an entire.
I've been there. It's freaking huge. But I always forget the name because it's such a tongue twister. So that's why I was asking. I was just like, what is it again? Is it Wide World or Worldwide? Like I just knew it didn't travel off the tongue too well, and it doesn't really make sense as you say it. So I just wanted to just get myself acquainted again. So you're not seeing it as like a whole season kind of deal. I agree. I would say we only played 2 games. Well, did all teams play 2 games?
Yeah, all teams played 2 games. Yeah, every team played 2 games. This is basically, this counts towards the regular season. So wins and losses are going to count towards the regular season, because after that, all teams are going to go off to their own conferences and they're going to play X amount of games. We don't know what the X amount of games are going to be, if there are going to be X amount of games at that point. But we'll know once we finish the Disney World Cup.
So we'll find out what's after this, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So for any of you that are watching this and like the MLS Cup is back cup, or like Sal likes to say, Disney World Cup. Basically, this is your tournament structure. All 26 MLS clubs participating. All matches are in Orlando. Group stage followed by knockout rounds. Group stage counts towards regular season. Exactly what Sal just said. Winner earns a 2021 Concacaf Champions League spot, and then pre-tournament draw to assign groups, which have already been done, and we'll get you those groups. Regular season continues after tournament, and Sal just said that, and we'll find out more after the World Cup or Disney World Cup. So that's basically it. All 26 teams, and out of all those groups, my team just got stacked with it's only like 1 extra team, right? Or is it 6 teams? I don't even remember.
It's 2 teams, 2 extra teams.
Yeah, so we have 6. Well, 5. including us. But yeah, 6. But whatever. I thought that was BS. The West Coast looks so beautiful. It's just like 3 groups of 4, and it's just like you look at the East and it's just like bleh. It's like just thrown up, like somebody threw up on the freaking bracket or something. It's the worst thing I ever saw. The only thing I enjoyed about the group is that we get to play Orlando. I was telling Sal before we jumped on again. Yes, I look forward to beating Orlando. And if we do not beat Orlando, you will not see me for 3 months. No, you'll see me. I'll just be hella pissed.
You'll see me in a purple jersey trolling Mario on this show.
Well, I'm just going to do this to Sal. Okay, let me see. Can I do it? Yeah, I could do. You see it? It'll be Mario and Sal's voice or whatever the deal is. But yes, that's how we'll figure something out, because Mario's not going to want to see that. What is do you know what your group looks like, Sal?
My group is, again, I don't know how it happened, but yeah, we all know how it happened for reals. But let's just get it out of the way. We're playing LAFC probably on the first game as well. Stupid. We have Portland in there, and then Houston, who's just there just for laughs. We're all gonna beat on Houston. That's just how it works in this fucking group.
So yeah, there you have it. The MLS is a smart little cookie. They know what's gonna sell, what's gonna get the attention of the fans, and of the fans that they don't have yet. But they surely will get, because I'm sure there's people in Orlando like, MLS, well, what else do we have? Well, the NBA hasn't come up with anything, and I know Magic aren't going to play anytime soon. They don't have no NFL, and they don't sure as hell don't have no baseball. So they're going to be like, oh, we play Miami? I don't like Miami. I know a lot of people in Orlando that don't like Miami, and I, for one, don't have anything against Orlando personally. I just go there for tourism. As any other Floridian probably does, or American. But yeah, I'm sure that gives them enough reason to want to tune in, and MLS is smart. And the same goes for LA, the El Tráfico, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Dumb name, but nonetheless entertaining game, because who doesn't want to see inner city rivals? And then you got in-state rivals, inner city rivals. It'd be funny if they had like New York City FC versus New York Red Bulls. Like they didn't draw at all. This was like a scam.
Yeah, exactly. It was scam to get the eyes on the TV on that those first few weeks. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. They're taking advantage of the fact that no other sport in America is teeing off, and baseball is still twiddling their thumbs, trying to figure out what they're gonna do. Pissing off the players mostly. But that's neither here nor there. This is MLS is back, and I will go. I actually got the bracket here. Oh wait, dang it. Okay. It didn't click. The schedule of matches, the group stage begins on July 8th. And then July 25th through the 28th, we will have the round of 16. On July 30th through August 1st, we'll have the quarterfinals. And then August 5th through 6th, the semifinals. And then on the 11th of August, which unfortunately didn't make it in time to reach my birthday, so I'm kind of upset about that. But August 11th is the final. So if my team wins it, hell of a birthday present. I will get drunk on the 11th instead of the 14th. And so, yeah, that goes. That's how that goes. How to watch. All 54 matches will air on MLS partner networks. Broadcast will feature experimental technologies, including interactive fan elements. Since we can't be there, we're going to have cutouts and put us on screens and just looking like we're staring into the abyss of, I don't know what, the green grass that's in front of us. And then unprecedented access to players and coaches, which that's not the access that I want. I want to be like, hey, what's up, dude? Give them a nice little handshake or something. to create a unique experience for viewers. I'm not sure that MLS is good at this as other leagues around the world are, even in America. I think the best interactive league is the NFL and then the NBA.
Yeah.
Those are one of the top two most interactive. They know how to get the fans
involved.
MLS, I guess it's true what they say, where it's like experimental technologies, because this is really going to be a first for them, actually like trying to do things for the fans. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. MLS is basically on a stage, and they better show up, or no, they have to show up.
They have to, because baseball, for all accounts, probably is not going to happen at this point for this year. So this is the only chance MLS has to say, hey, we're number 3. So take that chance, MLS, and run with it. Because I'll tell you this, most kids don't want to play baseball right now. They don't want to fucking pick up that bat and run. And it's cheaper and easier to play soccer if you have kids. I'm just saying.
It really is, though. I tried baseball and it didn't last long. So yeah, we have in the Western Conference, we have Group B, D, and F. And Group B is Seattle Sounders, FC Dallas, Vancouver Whitecaps, and the San Jose Earthquakes. There's no really eye-catching matchup there. I guess I would say Seattle versus Vancouver.
Yeah,
kind of. I would have liked to see Seattle and Portland. That would have been a great one. I've seen that game in person in Seattle, and it is one hell of a game. In Group D, we have Real Salt Lake, Sporting KC, Colorado Rapids, and Minnesota United. I believe that is a great group, and especially based on just the region that they all sit in the United States. It's actually very interesting. I like the whole Real Salt Lake Sporting, and then Colorado, Minnesota, Colorado Sport. Yeah, it just all mixes just super well. And then Group F, you have the main two, LAFC, LA Galaxy. Apologies for saying LAFC first, Sal, but they are first on the list. Houston Dynamo and Portland Timbers, as Sal stated earlier. Basically Houston should get beat up on. Should is the key word. These teams haven't played since that second week of the MLS. They just started training, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, and I know some teams still haven't even started. San Jose hasn't even done anything. San Jose has been,
because at first they started with what is it? Solo training? I forget the actual words for it.
Individual training and
individual. There you go. Individual training, and then just I believe last week,
2 days ago,
Inter Miami started with their group training.
Yeah.
So a lot of teams, are already getting in the mix. They're getting ready. I have a question for you, though. Florida is very iffy with weather. It could throw any kind of weather at you any given day. Yes, we do have cold weather here in Florida. It's not Canada cold, but, it is refreshing nonetheless. Do you see any of these teams from the West having to deal with any, temperature issues or whatnot?
No, I don't think so. I think Group D is probably the safest out of all of them because they're used to the temperatures just going up and down just because of the region where they're located. So they're safe. Seattle, safe as well. Vancouver, same. Portland, same. If anything, Dallas, Houston, and the 2 teams from here in LA are the 4 teams you have to say, we're not used to the super wet weather or the humidity is a whole different beast, but we're not used to just the rainfall and whatnot. So if it does get a little bit rainy out there, we'll see how it goes. But again,
got you. Well, I will say July, the rains are coming. And the thing that I'm okay, this is something it just totally popped into my head. But we're in hurricane season soon. Why did we pick Orlando? I just thought of that right now. Holy F, man.
The NWSL picked Utah. So think about the two places. I mean, you could have much rather been in Utah where the weather is at least fair, or at least every team. I mean, yeah, the freaking
altitude.
Yeah. Altitude will be there, but really? Orlando of all fucking places.
It just, dude, mind blown. Like, I totally forgot. I live here, and today it's raining. As a matter of fact, down here in South Florida, dude. Imagine, like, now we have to cancel this shit because the freaking hurricane comes through. Okay, yeah, MLS. All right, now you done fucked up. I'm sorry. I don't usually curse, but after that mind blown experience, I have to come out the gate and be like, yeah, you totally screwed the pooch on that one. But you know what? I'm gonna try to look past it because this tournament is very needed. Well, I definitely want it to happen, but so dear God, please keep all the hurricanes away. Amen. Okay, so now we go to the East Conference, or the Eastern Conference. Sorry, my English is a little messy sometimes. All right, we have Group A, C, and E, also known as ACE. We have in Group A, Orlando City, Inter Miami, CF, Club de Football. Then we have New York City FC. I don't know why I'm like stuttering. Like I'm having like these brain farts. I just stop these weird pauses. Philadelphia Union, Chicago Fire, Nashville SC. Is that like soccer club, right?
Yeah. Sporting club.
Oh, sporting club. Okay.
Nashville Sporting Club.
Nice. I actually like that little switch because some teams do soccer club. So that's why I went with that. Group C, we have Toronto FC, the losers from last season. New England Revolution, which I always thought was a cool name. Their logo could use a little bit of updating.
Yeah.
Montreal Impact, which I think is going to be a sleeper. DC United, screw them. We lost to those bastards. And then, which we shouldn't have lost, but, I'll take it. And then Group E, Atlanta United, which
a healthy Joseph will be back.
He'll be back?
Apparently.
Oh, man. I don't know if they should risk that.
Man.
I was going to bring that up. That was a topic of discussion. But
we'll get to it. We'll get to
it. Let me finish the group. Okay, and then FC Cincinnati, they might as well not even show up. New York Red Bulls and Columbus Crew, which has always been a fairly good team in MLS. They have history. I definitely like their old logo better with the three dudes there with their crazy hats. That was like a super cool logo. Yep. I remember when they first, it was like, 12 teams in MLS or something?
6 teams, yeah. When it was the first 6 teams and then 12, yeah.
Yeah, something, yeah. The Fusion logo was not great at all. Anyways, okay, so now we have some interesting news out of Group E. Joseph Martinez, possible comeback. I'm going to say right now, too soon. What do you say?
Yeah, too soon. I mean, I wouldn't risk them. I mean, they have enough with P.D. Martinez and Barco down there, so
right.
No need to rush Joseph back, especially if you are gonna have a regular season. If you have a regular season, then you actually have the man back in time for a regular season push and maybe more.
Yeah, definitely agree. So yeah, Joseph. Take it easy, my friend. Take it easy. We love you and we love what you bring on the pitch, but we don't want to see you off of it again or going off of it the same way you did last time. So recover, In Atlanta, be smarter, please. FC Cincinnati, like I said, what? Like, take them out entirely. Okay, I can't be that mean. Okay,
No, yeah.
but really, like, take them out and put somebody from Group A in there. Thank you. You know what okay, so this is okay. So what I was talking about earlier, we have 6 teams, right? 1, 2, 3, 6.
Yeah.
Why didn't they make 2 groups of 5 or something? Is that like
See,
weird?
What I would have done is I would have given Seattle just, they wouldn't have to play the group stages. Let them play the round of 16, stuck a team into, because remember, Nashville's going from the west to the east in this scenario. So you could have left Nashville in the west if you give Seattle the automatic berth into the round of 16.
I like that.
But they weren't thinking ahead.
Well, it's MLS, so
yeah. So you could have
here, so
yeah, they could have essentially had 2 groups, one in the west and one in the east, with 5.
With 5, it's not a big deal. It still mathematically works out.
Yeah, and then whatever group in the west would have had to face Seattle would have just had been who comes out with the most points, and just that team by itself, it advances, and the rest of you guys will so long.
Got you.
Yeah,
because basically all we're doing is playing as many. Okay, so in Group A, 5 games, and whoever has the most points. So
yeah,
it just it does. I don't understand.
Yeah, they weren't thinking ahead of time with that. So
yeah, because if 5 teams, okay, let's say we have Group A with 5 teams. Mathematically, the 5 times 3 is 15. How many teams can you actually have with the same points? Not that many. I don't think.
No.
Maybe you might have a discussion for like a second and a third being tied, but then you can easily just figure that out by goal difference.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, how they do it in every fucking league at this point. Yeah, so MLS was just overthinking it at this point with having 6.
I think they rushed it, but they have reason to rush, as we were saying. They got to take this opportunity, and they just made snap decisions. And I guess it makes sense in the overall picture, but in the logic of it, when it comes down to the logical part of it, it's like, maybe you should have slowed down just a little tiny bit.
Yep.
But yeah, here I see temperature-wise, we go back to this thing in the East. Temperature-wise, I see most of the teams up north struggling. Atlanta, possibly. Atlanta is used to playing in a dome. They don't really get affected by weather. They might train outdoors or something at their complex and all that good stuff. But when it comes down to game time, where you're actually hustling and bustling and doing all that good stuff and trying to get the 3 points, temperature does play a big role on the fatigue of players. Atlanta does have a nice little beautiful dome. Well, I can't say little because that thing is massive. When you go to downtown Atlanta, it sticks out like a sore thumb. It's not ugly to look at at all. It's just a shame that the Hawks Arena next to it is what blocks your view at times. That thing is old and decrepit, I'll tell you that. That Hawks Arena needs a revamp ASAP, but that's NBA. Anyways, like I said, New York City, Philadelphia, Chicago, Toronto, New England. It's kind of like the NFL. When the Bills and the Jets and the Patriots come to Miami, Miami has a temperature advantage. So I feel like Orlando's not that far from South Florida. They're right there with us in humidity, heat, rain. So I feel like some of these teams, in the East will get more affected. And like Seattle, they have rain all the time, but they don't have humid rain. Portland has rain too, but they don't have humid rain. So they might be well with some of these these weather issues, but there's going to be other factors that play into it. And then also we got to keep in mind, these players have not played 90-minute games in a long time.
4 months.
Yeah. And in just a couple of weeks of training, like what we have like 3 more weeks till this thing starts.
Yep.
June 17th. Yeah, like 3 more weeks. Yeah, a lot of these teams. Look at what happened with Arsenal earlier today. Look, all the players went down super fast. So yeah, you're gonna see that, and the temperature, the weather, and all that stuff is gonna take that into a big consideration, especially for these MLS guys. Not saying that MLS is susceptible more than any other league, but I'm just saying it is what it is. They started later than all these other leagues. But yeah, who do you have from? We said Group D was interesting. Who do you have from Group D?
From Group D, I'll give it to Sporting Kansas City, just because from the 2 games that we saw, Sporting Kansas City was the best team in the league at that point from the 2 games. I mean, Polito was coming into his own, and just the team overall was looking good. So I'll put Sporting KC, and I'll give it to, you know what? And it's after that, Colorado, I don't see climbing out. It's between Minnesota and Real Salt Lake. And I'm picking Minnesota just because they have a better squad. But Real Salt Lake has a chance just because they're always that one team that can sneak in and just disrupt anything. And we've seen them do it before in the past. So keep your eyes out on Salt Lake City. But other than that, Sporting KC should cruise, and then Minnesota should be right behind them.
Right behind them, right? I agree. I was when you threw Sporting in, and the fact that they did actually have some good victories at the beginning of the season before it went to suspension, and then Minnesota. I don't know that as a new team, they've actually impressed. They're actually an impressive bunch, and I just have a feeling that they're overall the better of the last 3 teams after Sporting. Yes, Real Salt Lake has experience. Well, I don't know if they have experience, but they have history. And yeah, they are known as a little sneaky sneaks. But I will go with I would solidly pick Minnesota 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
So that goes to say a lot. Who do you have? And let's see, let's pick a random group. Any, miny, mo. Let's go Group C.
Group C. Toronto, just because Toronto, I mean, they haven't really wavered. What can you do against Toronto, really? They've topped the class in MLS for the past 3-4 years at that point. I mean, how many MLS finals have they been to already? The three, not in a row, but the 3 finals against Seattle were.
Yeah.
If you are a fan of if you've never seen MLS, just go back and just watch those 3 finals, and you'll notice what kind of rivalry they have, and just try to find just the lead up for both teams to MLS Cup, because they were just incredible and
they came into their own.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll have Toronto coming out. And Montreal, I think Thierry Henry has that team just rolling. They were one of the last ones to get into training just because Montreal was hit bad with the whole virus. But Henry will have the team. He'll have them rolling. But keep an eye out on Bruce Arena and the Revolution. I think Bruce Arena knows how to come up, and I know firsthand because of the Galaxy how good Bruce Arena can be with this team. So just keep an eye out. And DC United lost Wayne Rooney. That's a big loss for them.
Yeah, DC United has a nice win under their belt versus my team. But in all actuality, before that red card and before all that, DC United was struggling against a new Inter Miami team. So I definitely don't see them. It's not nothing against them beating us 2-1 or whatever. That's neither here or there. That's, back in week 2. But they don't have the same team that, Montreal has, or Toronto. Like Sal was saying, Toronto is dominant, and especially in the Eastern Conference. And these kind of things is basically like, it just suits their style. Like in MLS, we have playoffs. I'm not a big fan of it, but we do. And Toronto loves playoffs. So if Toronto looks at this like a playoff, which kind of is, it's a tournament, I can see them doing some damage. And it just suits their style. New England, yes, Bruce is the boy. Bruce has coached many teams, has many successes. I would pick Montreal over them. I didn't really see too much of the Revolution, but we did hear enough of Montreal and Thierry Henry, and so I look forward to seeing that. And look at that, 2 Canadian teams. So
the teams that actually are rivals to each other. So that's another game that's going to happen, and that you should have your eyes on, because the history of these two teams is one where they have kicked each other's asses left and right. And go back and watch the year that Toronto won MLS Cup, which is 16.
No, it was not last season, but the season before that against Portland.
So
no, it was Atlanta that won against Portland.
It was Atlanta that won in Portland. So the year that they won, because they won it against Seattle. They won it against Seattle, remember?
Yeah, so it was okay. So they won, then Seattle, then Atlanta, then Seattle.
So it was 4 years ago. So 2016.
Yeah.
So go back and watch the 2016 playoff against Montreal. Toronto and Montreal, both the away and the home and away legs for both. Those teams were just whoever came out was going to win MLS Cup, but they demolished each other. They're on YouTube, and MLS has them up. Go back and watch them. You won't be disappointed by those 2 games. Yeah,
it was really good games. Really good games. So we have the 2 Canada teams jumping out of Group C. We already did Group D. Let's go back to the West. Let's go with Group B.
Seattle. I mean, you can't say. I mean, Seattle. There's Seattle. San Jose is not going to do anything. They're Smurfs, so fuck them. And if you don't know why I call them Smurfs, go back in Galaxy and San Jose games. You'll see why. Then afterwards, I like Dallas because their academy system is great. They have Paxton Pomykal. They're just good team to watch. But Vancouver, again, it's one of those teams that you gotta watch Vancouver as well. And
it's a stretch, Sal.
It is, but I mean, in the group you do have the 2 Cascadia teams in Seattle and the Whitecaps, which will be fun to watch them go at it as well. But you know what? I'll give the nod to Dallas just because I love my boy Paxton. I think he's future up and coming for this national team, and I'll give it to Dallas. Coming out.
I agree. Seattle. Well, we all know why I'm going to go with Seattle.
Yeah.
Former Seattle fan. Before Inter Miami came into the scene this season. I love it. I just love Seattle. And the boy Dempsey played there, and many other, and a ton of Colombians that played in Seattle. So it's just a great team, great city. SC Dallas, I'm just gonna go with them because they just have history. They always have good teams. Very competitive team. Vancouver, like I was telling you, it's a stretch.
They have a squad for this year. But we didn't see anything. We didn't get to see anything. So based on history, I'm gonna go with Dallas. San Jose, I just don't. I never liked San Jose. So that's like saying FC Cincinnati for me. Like, who are they? And that's Group B for me. I'm gonna go do for us because we've pretty much agreed. I've been letting you go first because I want to see if we disagree anywhere, but. I mean, we kind of know what teams in MLS. MLS is pretty consistent with their teams at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like you would say, like any NFL team, like what players are on what team and which team should do good and which teams should have a pretty crappy season. All right, so I'm gonna leave our groups for last. So we'll go back to the West after this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we do
Group B? Group E.
Right? That's what we're doing? All
Yeah,
right.
Group E. Yeah. So Group E, Atlanta. I mean, I can't pick against Atlanta. Atlanta has the history. They have the team. Cincinnati's not going anywhere. They'll probably get beat up on by everybody. Yep, Stam. I don't know why you came here in the first place. You're a great guy. You know, history winning Champions Leagues with multiple teams, but yeah, you're shooting yourself in the foot with that one. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Red Bulls, just because I like the Red Bulls. I like what they do. I like their system. Columbus, man, I don't know, man. It's all up to Zardes. It's all up to Zardes to show up with Columbus. And if Zardes doesn't show up, and I know Zardes' history with us here in LA, and losing Zach Steffen too, it's just hard.
All right. Well, Atlanta, yes, the given. They have won tournament style, or they've won tournaments. Let's put it that way. So they have that experience. As in Cincinnati, no, thank you. New York Red Bulls, yes. History, yes. Good players, yes. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Columbus on this one. No, Columbus, because Columbus is not a bad team. It's not the worst. I don't think they're better than New York Red Bulls, but I can, and I'm not gonna put my faith on Zardes. Definitely not. That train is long gone. But
I mean, you can literally toss a coin in the air and be like, who's gonna come out, and doesn't matter. I mean,
it's going to be a bad team. They I can't find the word that I want to say. But yeah,
they're average. They're bang average.
Yeah. Before they lost their luster of making the finals and things of that nature, you know, I don't know. I'm tongue tied, but I'm gonna go Atlanta, Columbus. Our first, you know, where we see eye to eye 50%.
Yeah,
but we gotta have some drama here, people. We can't just be buddies.
exactly.
Group F. I feel like Group F. We will agree. Well, yeah, that's a given. I'm just gonna go with the Galaxy because I've always liked watching the Galaxy, even before I knew you. Like they were just that team in the MLS. Like you don't go against the Galaxy.
Nope.
You know, so and that's until I found this Seattle Sounders, and I was like, LA Galaxy. I was like, get out of here, bro. But yeah, who's your second team?
Portland, because I know Vela's not going with LAFC. Vela is refusing to go. Of course, his wife is pregnant, so he doesn't want to risk that. But again, Chicharito, as much as I hate him, his wife is also pregnant, about to give birth within, I think, next month or two. But he's going, so I mean, there's no excuse for Vela to say, you know. But
so are we gonna say Vela's a PUSSY?
Yes, we are.
Oh,
we are.
Snap! And I was talking the garbage on FieldTalk.
And if you saw the games that Vela missed when he was out with injury last season, LAFC were bang average. They could not compete. So, and Portland for some reason loves teeing off on LAFC. They just love playing against them, and they knocked them out of the Open Cup. Did they knock them out? No, they didn't knock them out of the tournament. They didn't knock them out of MLS Cup tournament, but they just love fucking with them. So no, they knocked them out twice. They knocked them out twice from US Open Cup. Yeah, twice.
Yeah,
their first year in existence and their second year. Yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking like they've been around longer, but no, that's because they're Chivas. I forgot.
Yeah.
Chivas. No, that.
Asterisk.
Yeah. Yes. But
LAFC with an asterisk. I will also go with Portland Timber based on the knowledge that I have from being a Seattle fan. It is a great team, always a competitive team. They've beat us in the playoffs the year they lost to Atlanta in the final. they just, they're based on. A lot of this is based on playoff experience, which is somewhat tournament style because you could consider it the round of 16 kind of deal. So yeah, Portland knows how to, progress, move forward. They just have a squad. They have the ingredients to get out of the group and then proceed on their forward from there. So Portland, Seattle, LA Galaxy, well, the most championships, so the history speaks for itself there.
Yeah, right here. Right here.
Where did we say? Sporting KC, Minnesota, Toronto, Montreal, Atlanta, New York, Columbus. 50-50 there. Yeah. And then
before we get out, I mean, you can kind of see is that Portland and Seattle are kind of being placed so that they can meet somewhere in either the round of 16 or the quarterfinals. It's almost predetermined that they're going to meet, and it's going to be one of those games.
That's true. And yeah, they basically because you could say LA Galaxy and San Jose is somehow makes it out of the group. They can match up. What other things do we have here?
You have, I mean, if Houston makes it out, I mean, then Houston and Dallas can, Houston, what? I mean,
we're like, how does this math work?
But you're set up in the East for New York.
Yep.
For DC, DC. What is it? DC and New England. No, DC and Philadelphia.
Okay, yeah.
So there's, it's there set up so that.
But Atlanta, Orlando, Miami.
Exactly.
Chicago. I think it's Chicago, Columbus. That's another good one.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Chicago Fire and Columbus Crew, two of the most, the beginnings, the teams from the beginning of MLS. And so all right, so group A. I'm gonna go with my first team. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say that for last. Other than that, I'm gonna go with the team I'm gonna pick after them. It's a very tough one. I want to say Philadelphia, but then a part of me wants to say Chicago Fire. Kind of. I don't know. I don't really know because I don't like New York City FC. They're always a letdown.
So I'll say that
you're too new. Yeah. Well, I guess we are new too, so that's kind of hypocritical, I guess.
Take New York out because they're not playing on the baseball field, so they don't have that advantage. And anytime they go out to a real soccer pitch, they become a team that's very, how can I say, it becomes kryptonite to them.
Yeah, they become crazy, dude. It's like their play style is just everywhere. It's like you don't know what it is. Like
exactly.
They only train to play on a diamond or something. I don't know. It's the craziest thing ever.
Exactly. So take New York. So really take New York out of that. I take Chicago out of that as well. I don't think Chicago has the team. I don't think so. Orlando's been beat up too many times by everyone to say anything. Fuck.
Well, Orlando should be used to the fans not even being there, so that's kind of already a start for them. Dude, I saw a tweet. I forgot who it was. I was gonna retweet it, but I'm not. I don't like to be that kind of person. There was some girl. She's like, I miss being here with all my friends in the purple.
I saw it, but
you saw that?
But she's English.
You see? Oh, you see?
She's English.
You see through the smoke of the purple smoke, and you just see empty seats everywhere on the stadium. I was looking at my keyboard, like, do I say something?
I clicked on her profile to see, and she was based in England. So I was like,
well, she somehow sees this. I'm sorry, but there's a team here in Miami. we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Even though purple is a nice color, I'm not gonna lie. Look at our logo. Come on. But the boys. Okay, so if you're not gonna go with Chicago, that kind of makes me. But you see, I don't know. It's just hard because Philadelphia.
See, I trust Philly because they have. I was gonna say El Seno, but that's fucking Napoli. Fucking fuck, what's his name? I forget his name. Fuck, I forget the striker's name. But Philadelphia has a squad. Philadelphia made a mistake in MLS Cup and leading up to MLS Cup that they could have been in the Eastern Finals.
Okay.
So Philly has it, and not only that, I know too many people who root for Philadelphia. Shout out to Young Leg, who Philadelphia man himself, and then Todd Lewis from Free Kick Pod, who's been on the show with me. I trust Philly, but then Nashville, my other hometown, my home away from home, as I like to call it. I don't want to root against Nashville, but they're too new, and it has to be Miami and Philly coming out.
I want to say that Inter Miami shouldn't let a lot of teams down or a lot of fans down, even if you're not like a diehard fan. If you're just picking Inter Miami because they're the new team, and yeah, Nashville's new too. But I would probably not be wrong in saying Inter Miami has a little bit more flavor, probably a bit of reach and fans. Our style is not bad. It's not great. It could be a lot better, but LAFC didn't really give us the whooping that I thought we were going to get, to be honest. DC United should have actually lost to us. We did score first. We had good control of the game. I liked what I saw. There was a lot that I saw as well that I didn't like. I would say Inter Miami, if anything, is second in that group. With that said, yeah, I guess I'll go with Philadelphia because you're right. They do have a squad. Chicago, I don't know, man. This is a tough one for me. It's just too many teams. That's why I hate this group. It's just like, why the freak do I got to pick out of 6 teams?
I'm just going by Chicago's history, and Chicago just hasn't had it in a while, and it's
been a while. That's the thing. Could this tournament be their thing though? Is the question, because
the tournament is set up for parity. Yeah,
but I don't know. I'll go Philadelphia. Inter Miami second. Philadelphia. I'll give Philadelphia first.
Yeah, same.
So how many? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's only 12 though.
So remember, there's going to be, I think, 3 positions for third place teams or something like that. So out of all of these, 4. So four third place teams are going to come out. So that's saying a lot. And I mean, you can kind of give it to Group F. Group F will probably have all 3 teams come out, most likely.
Okay, I can see that. That's a tight group. Yeah.
Group F will
Portland.
Group D will probably have 3 come out as well.
Let's just say every Western Conference team, every Western Conference group, and then 1 Eastern.
Yeah, and I mean, and when you look at the Eastern Conference, I mean, fuck, I'm gonna give it. It's either C or E.
Yeah,
C or E, yeah.
That's what I was going with C, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. C. I mean, I'll give it to Bruce. Bruce will probably put the Revolution into that 3rd place spot, and so
because I can see why you say E, because like I said, we're split between New York Red Bulls and Columbus Crew. So you have those 2 teams. Yeah.
I mean, the other reason why too is because they're all going to beat up on Cincinnati, so they're all probably going to have 3 points. Whereas Group C, it's going to be a little harder fight to see who gets out. So keep those two.
I say Group C because what you said, everybody should get 3 points off SC Cincinnati, but SC Cincinnati is going to be playing that defensive tactic. So who's the team that's not going to be able to score on them? That's what it comes down to.
You're right. Yeah.
Who out of those three teams is that one that gets the 1 point and gets screwed? That's what I see is going to happen there.
Yeah.
So that's why I would go Group C. Somebody, the third team in Group C gets it.
Yeah.
So and
this is just like the NBA. Fucking Western Conference is fucking stacked as hell.
Always. And every sport in America is the Western Conference or the NFC, AFC. NFC is always like just has better teams. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. NFL is kind of
NFL is different. NFL has that parity that every league wishes they had.
Yeah. I would say NBA and the Major League Baseball, anything West Coast, those teams are and hockey. Those when you look at the tables, those Western teams are like freaking points, and then the NL East is like one team is great and the rest are just straight shit. It's just like, come on, dude, like what's going on here? It's the weirdest crap ever, man. It's so weird how that always pans out that way. But yeah.
Welcome to American sports if you've never been.
Yeah, it's go down back in history, you'll just see it. It'll hit you in the face like super hard. That's how it works. But yeah, so that is the MLS is back, and we are back with it, and we will keep updating you with the MLS is back. I guess we won't be talking about the MLS is back till the MLS is back.
People. Remember that. I'm calling it. That's your final.
Sal, you would owe me a jersey, bro. Of my choosing.
We're going live, people. It's a bet. If it does become Miami and LA, it's a bet between who buys who jersey.
There you go. $50 max.
There we go. $90 max.
No, $50, bro. $50. We're getting too many deals now. $50.
That's right. Yeah. So did you get that new Ajax one for 65?
Yeah, you see, I just got I basically just got yesterday the Real Madrid and Man United for what I would have paid for just one of them.
Go use it. The code's still live, people. Adidas hasn't taken it down yet.
It for a couple more days. Adidas 60% off.
Go Stripes.
At checkout.
just sign in. Just become a member. Go buy them shirts.
Yeah, it gives you an extra 30%.
$37, people.
Not give you 30, but instead of 20, you get 30%. Yeah. If you don't sign in, you get 20. If you sign into your account with Adidas, you get 30%. Okay.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So you get $37 jerseys, people. 37.
Yeah, pretty much. So the MLS is back. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do the damn thing. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. Say hello to us. Tell us welcome back. Don't ever go anywhere again. And tell the guy on Twitter that he needs to tweet more because he's not doing his job really well. Actually, I'll tell him that. So don't worry.
And tell Justin as well to get his ass on the show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. And that's another thing. Justin will be back Friday. So everybody at FieldTalk _. At his Twitter, if you want to let him know that you can't wait for him or you can't wait till Friday. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for joining us. MLS is back. As I said, 8,000 million times. Inter Miami. Let's do it. Football is live. Oh, and another thing. Orlando. Vamos, Orlando. Bro, you guys don't speak Spanish in Orlando, okay? It doesn't work this way. Get out with that BS.
Okay. Y'all a bunch of, just white people, retired ass white people in Orlando.
It's annoying, dude. It's annoying. They're trying to hit with the Spanish hashtags on Twitter. I was like, what? I was like, wait, when? What? I don't know. But anyways, I don't like it. The only Spanish in Florida is Miami. All right, people. Thank you for joining us. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Say hello to Sal. Say hello to me. Our Twitter handles are on the screen. I'm stuttering, so I'm out. Adios. Hasta la próxima. Oh, what's up, everybody? Goodbye.